Today we're going to do a revision exercise of fractions. So this is a very good exercise to make sure now that you understand. So we're looking at addition, subtraction, multiply and divide. That is the four operations that we're looking at now all the time. So in the first place you must decide which one of these we have here. If it is addition and subtraction, then the key word is the LCM. And if we multiply and divide, we're going to cancel. That's what we're going to do basically. Right, so if you look now here at the first one, so it's always about the sign, the number, and the letter, the index there. That's what we have to look at all the time there. So the signs are positive here, so my answer here is definitely going to be a positive. It's going to be a positive there. Now let's divide. 3, what you do at the bottom, you must do at the top. What you do with the numerator, you must do with the denominator. So I divide by 3 and I divide by 3. I can divide the 2 into the 4, and then this 2 and this 2 will cancel out, so my number is a 1. Now the indices. What is the rule for indices? If you multiply, you add. If you divide, you subtract. So this is then x3, divide by that one. 3 minus 3 is 0, and anything to the power of 0 is 1. So that one eliminates. Then y2 plus this one is y to the power of 3. And there is also a y to the power of 3, so that will cancel out. So now we still have z. 5 minus 3 is z to the power of 2. Grade 10s, this is important that you will first do the exercise and then watch the video. First do your exercise, otherwise it won't help. Right, number B, here I've done step number 1 for you. It was divide. And when we divide, we multiply with a reciprocal. So that's my step 1. If I look at my signs here, it's a positive times a negative. So this one's answer is going to be a negative. Right, now the numbers, the 3 and the 2, we cannot actually cancel or divide anything there. So we can keep it as 3 over 2. Nothing can cancel. Now the indices. A to the power of 2, and here we have a to the power of 3 and a to the power of 1. So this is a to the power of 4. You go where the biggest one is, minus that one is then a squared. So we write it there because the biggest one is here, a4 minus a squared. Now the b's, 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 minus 1 is b to the power of 4. b to the power of 4. Right, the next one. Number 2. Now this time it is addition and subtraction, can you see? So now the key word is the LCM. I need to find the lowest common multiple. And the lowest common multiple in this case will be, I need a 4 and a 6 and an 8, something that they can divide in, and that would be 24. Then I need an x squared, and I need y squared. I don't need another y, because it's the lowest common multiple. So now we're going to multiply with the LCM, and this is a very important step. Don't be lazy to write this out every time, because otherwise you're going to make mistakes. I multiply each term with the LCM. I multiply each one there. And cancel. The LCM, now we're going to cancel here. So the 4 divides into the 24 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. This x will cancel out, so then it is y squared. Here, it's a minus. The 6 will divide into 24 4 times. X squared and the 1y will cancel out there, so it's y to the power of 1. And here, 8 divides into 24 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. And now this will cancel out, and there you have x squared. There's no like terms, so that is the answer. We cannot simplify any further. Number B is also addition and subtraction. Just look at this one. This is a whole number. You do not take 5 for the LCM because it is a whole number. So the question is now, what is the LCM? So I need an a squared and a b. So it's a squared b times a squared b times a squared b, all the terms, also this one, a squared b, and we cancel. So this one will cancel out totally. There's a 2. Here the b will cancel out, the 1a will cancel out, so minus 3a to the power of 1. Here the 1a will cancel out, so it is plus 4ab. And this one will then be minus 5a squared b. Again, there's no like terms. That is my answer. I don't need to simplify anything further. Question 3. Now, remember, we can only cancel when it's multiplication. But now we have to factorize as well, because here we have the difference between squares. Now, let's just go back to factorize. And we said we have 4 methods to factorize. And you have to decide which one is it every time. So it's the highest common factor. It is the difference between squares. And remember, we said usually this is 2 terms. It is a trinomial, which is usually 3 terms, or it is grouping, which is usually 4 terms. So we are also looking now at factorization again. If you don't understand, please try to follow now here. I always have to check out for highest common factor. Don't see anything here. This is the difference between squares. So I'm going to factorize this one, and this is then x minus 3, x plus 3. I first factorize. Now I can cancel. The 2 will divide into the 8 4 times. And this x minus 3 and that one can cancel out. So there is my final solution. There is my final solution for that one. Number B. Do I need to factorize? Yes. Here I need to factorize. This time it's the highest common factor. It's not difference between squares because this is not a square number. You need square numbers there. So this is the highest common factor. So I'm going to take out the y, and then it's y minus 2 there. So now we can cancel. So this y can cancel with that y, and actually nothing further. So the answer is then 2y minus 3 over y minus 2. And you cannot cancel there anything, no, never. You can only cancel if it's multiplication. So here we have number C, and again I need to factorize. This is the highest common factor, so we take out x plus 2. This is also the highest common factor, so you take out 2x minus 4. This is the difference between squares, so it's x minus 2, x plus 2. I first need to factorize before I can cancel. Right, now it's the nice part where we cancel. What I do at the bottom, I do at the top. And that's it. So my answer is then x, actually 2x, because the 2 is also there, x minus 4, and this is then over, oh no, sorry, this one can cancel out with this one. This x plus 4, this, no, x minus 4. It's sometimes good to put it in brackets, but then you can see it clearly, so those two will cancel out. So then I have 2x left over, and then here it's x minus 2. So there's my final solution for this one. Question 4. Now this time it's a trinomial because there's 3 terms, and this one is the difference between squares. So now I'm going to factorize that trinomial. Now you will remember we said what times what gives me that first term. I need to write down the factors. What times what gives me the last term, and that was the factors of 5. And now if we subtracted it, then we need 3. So it will be like this. So this is then 2y and y. I want to combine the 2 with a 1, the 1 with a 5. Signs differ. Biggest combination, this is your biggest combination, is the negative. And the other one then positive. This one is the difference between squares. So it's y minus 1, y plus 1. The middle term falls away. And now we can cancel. There's my cancel. And I have 2y minus 5 over y minus 1. Question B. Again, this is a trinomial. Both of them there. So I'll have to factorize brackets, brackets. It's the factors of 3, which can only be 3 and 1. Signs are equal. Both will be positive. And this one is then another trinomial there. It's the factors of 2 and 5. We can use the ones that we had just now. So it's 2y and y. And 5 and 1 will be the others. There's a 7y in the middle. So that one is then 5, and there's 1. Signs are equal. Both will be positive. 5y plus 2y gives me the 7y. Now I can cancel. So that's going to cancel, and your answer is y plus 3 over 2y plus 5. Now we look at number C. Now look at this one, 4 terms, so now it is grouping. I hope you can identify it. So first we're going to factorize here, grouping, highest common factor there, so it's a plus b. And then there, minus c, the common factor there is c, a plus b. Check your signs, minus ac, minus bc, so that is correct in there. And here again we're going to do the same thing of grouping, so it's a plus b plus c, a plus b. But we're not finished now there. Remember, grouping is a double HCF, so I'm going to take out that second HCF there, so it's a plus b, and we times then with a minus c. Same thing here. We take out the a plus b, and then a plus c remains. Now we can cancel. This will cancel out. So the answer is a minus c over a plus c. Right, the next one. The next one then, question 5. Again, factorization. We cannot cancel if we don't factorize here. Highest common factor, so it will be that I take out here a 2, and then there remain x squared minus 16. 2x, I will take out 2x, and then there remain x squared minus 16. Over, this one is the highest common factor, so I can take out x plus 4, times x. This one is also the highest common factor. It's just x minus 4 that we have now there. But this one can factorize further. Look at this. This is the difference between squares. So I can factorize this one to be x minus 4, x plus 4. I can factorize that one further. And now you can cancel. So the x and the x will cancel. This one and this one will cancel. This x and this x will cancel. So I have 2. And this x plus 4 and x plus 4 can also cancel. So that is my solution 2 for that one. Number B, it's multiplication. I already did step 1. It was division. So you multiply with a reciprocal. So I already did step 1 there. And we're going to factorize this whole thing now here. So this one is the highest common factor a minus 4. This one is the difference between squares, so it will be a minus 4 times a plus 4. And now we multiply with, and there I take out the highest common factor of 2a, a plus 4. And here the highest common factor is a squared, a plus 4. So first factorize, and now we can cancel. So the a plus 4 and the a plus 4 can cancel. This a and 1a here can cancel. That a and the other one can cancel. This a minus 4 and that one can cancel. So we have 2 over a plus 4. 2 over a plus 4. And question C then there. Still factorization, it was also division, so I multiply with the reciprocal there. So let's factorize. This one is a trinomial. Hope you can recognize them by now. It's the factors of 2, which is 2 by 1. Signs are equal, both will be positive. Over, this one is 2a. That one remains a squared. And now here, it's again the difference between squares, which will be a minus 2, a plus 2. The difference between squares. We can cancel. That one cancels out. A plus 2. This a, one of them here will cancel out. So it's a1. So this one will be a plus 1 over the 2 there, a minus 2. There's our solution. Question D. I need to factorize. So this is where I have to factorize. This one is going to be y and y factors is 2 and 3 of 6. Signs differ. The biggest combination is negative. So that one is negative and that one is positive. This is over. And this is again the highest common factor of 3, y minus 2. So here we factorized. And now we can cancel. So this y minus 2 and this one will cancel. Y plus 2 and that y plus 2 will cancel out. And then there remains y minus 3 over 3. And I cannot cancel those 3's. Remember, this is subtraction. No, never. That's what you cannot do. And question 6. Now this time it's again addition and subtraction. So what is my keyword? LCM. It's nice to put brackets around there so that you can see that LCM. So the LCM is now going to be x plus 2 times x plus 3. X plus 2 times x plus 3. And now we still multiply with that LCM. X plus 2, x plus 3. Do not be lazy for this step. Otherwise, you're going to struggle. X plus 3. And cancel. So this one cancels out. Then you have 2x plus 6. Here, this one cancels out. This negative is for the whole one. So you'll need to multiply both of them with a negative x. That's why it's negative 2x here. Be careful, because this is where we get the mistake. And the answer is then negative x squared. This 2 will cancel out, plus 6 over, and my LCM is still x plus 2, x plus 3. Don't throw the LCM away. You need to keep that LCM. We need that LCM. Remember, this is a whole number. So the LCM is 2t plus 5. So your LCM is 2t plus 5. So if I multiply now with 2t plus 5 and multiply with 2t plus 5, then here it will be 4t plus 10. Here we're going to cancel, so it's plus 3t minus 1. And now we just add our like terms. 4 plus 3 is 7t. 10 minus 1 is plus 9 over 2t plus 5. And the very last sum there, again it's subtraction. What is going to be my LCM? My LCM is x minus 3, x plus 3. We multiply the 2 there. So you multiply with x minus 3, x plus 3. And here we also multiply with x minus 3, x plus 3. And cancel. So it is then 2x plus 6. X plus 4. So here's a problem now here. The LCM is there plus 4. So this will be 2x plus 8. And this one is also then plus 4 there. This will cancel. Remember, the negative is now for the whole one there. So it's negative x plus 3. Negative times a negative is a positive. And then we can say that this is x plus 11 over, and your LCM remains x minus 3, x plus 4. Right. Thank you, grade 10s. That's then fractions with factorization.
Early this morning, woke up holding my head, hearing my heartbeat all night long. Shades of this motel keeping me in bed, reading the news, just trying to stay strong. I need to just get up, take a deep breath, keep it together, 'cause it's a beautiful day. Sun on my face, feeling okay. Don't let it get away. It's a beautiful day. Feel so proud, screaming out loud. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Feel so proud, screaming out loud. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful.
In a time of uncertainty, false news, and fear, learn on. While the world scrambles to make new sense, while the experts turn around in circles, trying to find their way back to tomorrow. Learn on. When classrooms become empty cathedrals and the trees start to bear answers. Learn on. Learn on until every parent is a teacher and every teacher is a mentor. Learn on until you cross the boundaries of your mind, until you grow eyes and sprout wings. My friend, learn on sidewalks, on the floor, at the neighbors, in the market, in hallways, in churches, under trees, at kitchen tables, in riverbeds. Learning doesn't only happen between four walls. Learning happens in the small space of your enormous, beautiful mind. Start where you are. Use what you have. Learn on one. Invite learning in.
I'm feeling so bad because of you. I have been arrested. We are trying to sell to provide our kids with food, but the police, they come to arrest us.
I was literally apprehended in Independence Avenue. I mean, there was no prior communications with the police or with Bonn or Bang Namibia. These guys literally just apprehended us on surprise.
And when you are talking in a manner that is exaggerated about brutality in this country, I should ask you in which country you live.
Yes, I can confirm that indeed there were 2 cell phones that were found after a search was conducted at the cells that the Fish Road accused are staying.
Do you understand the amount of money that the government has spent on the fight against COVID-19? Could they have spent 300 million on tracing people and managing people? Is that even possible?
Win free airtime with hashtag #LearnOn1. Share your comments on the lessons. SMS your feedback, name and town to 555. Hashtag #LearnOn1. Invite learning in.
Algebra chapter now here. Right, we're doing today try now 35 and 36.